Well, it's looking pretty good here. Um, I've checked out the backgrounds between the homepage and our facilities, and I'm not finding any purple tint. I've gone back and I've looked at your screenshots, and I see that it's there in your screenshots, but it's not happening now. Um, so, it's looking pretty darn good. So that's a good thing. I'll give you some pointers of things that I would change to make it better. These blues, they're close but not the same. And since you want to enforce your brand, I'd probably tint this blue the same as that. And I think you could go in, once you figure out the RGB or hex number, you can figure out the hex. I think change that here. Um, this circle looks kind of bumpy at the bottom, and probably clean that up. I don't know how that got like that, but whatever. Um, yeah, okay, good job. That's working. Um, it feels like it needs a call to action right here, like a tagline or something. So you could just insert your own div right here and just make it an ID div and give it the same properties as header, so it acts just like header. And all it's going to do is hold some H1 text that says, come ski at the best in Michigan or something like that. And then you see these pictures and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Um, I think your combo here is quite successful. This orange type, and then we go to white with black type. Um, and I was really impressed when I did the, you know, check the responsiveness on this, and it's working just great. So good job. Um, then we go down to this orange type, and it's like, well, I don't know. I think this is too much orange on blue. It's pretty intense. It almost vibrates on the screen. So I'd consider changing that, both in the footer and in this. You might leave news and events. Treat it the same way here. I wouldn't mind this having a transparent blue background, so I could see. There's a few places where that just gets a little unlegible, and so you could put it in a box and have it a little more readable. Okay, so there's some ideas for the home page. We go to our facilities again. Um, I'm not seeing any purple, and I'm really impressed with all these, you know, attributes that you can. We got these facilities, we got this, we got the lodge, we got a rental. I think this is a great way to pitch the whole location. So I think you did a really good job there. Um, let's not forget about line length and character count. We know we're only supposed to have a line up to 72 characters. So um, I'd probably break this into columns, you know, and so you wouldn't have these really long ones. Or you're going to have to make the type bigger, but I don't know. I'll let you decide. Or do these titles, if you make them bigger, do they compete with your other titles? I don't know. And then down here, yeah, it's just too much orange and blue. It's like, just seems a little harsh color wise. And yeah, these lines are way too long to read. And if I stretched it onto the next screen, it's just going to keep going and going and going, which means, in fact, I'm going to stretch it across all three screens. I'm going to see if it just keeps going. So what you don't have in here is a max width on your main. I know at one point you said you took out main and to see if it would change anything. I would encourage you to keep a main in there and leave the width 100%, which is what you have it now, if you have main in there. But then also put, in combination with width 100%, put max dash width 1500 px. So it maxes out at 1,500 pixels and won't get any wider than that. It'll still center because you have auto left, auto right on main, and that's the whole purpose of it. But with a max width, we could control line length a little bit better. And so, yeah, this probably could be 2 columns easily, and you could have the title going over both sets of columns. One last thing. Yeah, I really like your use of pictures and responsiveness. Good job. I would make this an active link. So if I clicked on this, I'm going to go right back to home. Of course, on home, you wouldn't want that because you don't want home to reload if you're already on home. It's just a waste of time. And eventually, if you're going to have learn more, I would have these active to one of these other pages. You know that the overall assignment is to have 5 working pages for Copper Summit. And I think you're well on your way. You're doing a good job. So let's just make the links live to any one of those 5 pages. All right? Thank you very much.